Welcome, 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 Goal Crushers. Welcome to another session of Ask Me Anything. And so every Friday we come and answer the questions that you may have posted in the group or you've reached out to me with. And so this week, the question that I'm going to answer is, with whom should I share my goals with? And that's a very legitimate question because this is the month of accountability. This is the month that we're asking you to step it up a little bit and be self accountable to the commitment that you've made for 2024 to crush your goals in a big way. This is the month that we want you to get accountability partners to be active in the group and just share your progress on where you are with reaching your goals and to just be hot. Like my mentor always tells me, be honest, open, and transparent. Be hot. And so, when you are honest, open, and transparent with where you are in crushing your goals, it's only then can you get support. Can you be cheered on? Can you be motivated? And can you help someone else along the way? And so, to answer the question that was posed to me this for this week that I'm going to be answering, it is, with whom should I share my goals? And so, I've always said, like with accountability partners, you have to share your goals, right? And so many people are reluctant to share their goals. They're reluctant to put it out there in the universe for whatever reason. But the Bible says, ask, believe, and receive, right? And the words that come out of our mouths are what's in our hearts, right? And as God spoke the world into being by words, we can speak our desires also into being when we speak it out there because it affects what we think, it affects what we believe, and with the right attitude we can accomplish those goals. And so people who are reluctant to share their goals, they do it and they may have very legitimate reasons. Some of the reasons that I hear is that they don't want anyone to breathe negative energy on their goals. If they put it out there, if they tell someone, there may be a hater out there who's jealous, for example, and may not want to wish them well. And so outwardly they may be cheering them on, but inwardly they're wishing that they fail with their goals, right? There are people who are jealous. Other reasons that I've heard is someone might steal my idea. So they don't want to put their goals out there that they're working on because they're afraid that someone will steal their idea and snatch that away from them, and it'll deflate them from wanting to work on that goal again or feel like they're being the copycat when they were actually the originator. And so all those are fully legitimate concerns that you may have. So when I say share your goals, first of all, what I want you to do, and my goal is to help you discover the importance, one, of sharing your goals with the right people and learn how to identify those people. And so while I answer this question, this is actually going to be like a learning opportunity for you. Like, I want you to pull out paper and pen because as I talk about the people that you want to share your goals with and the people that you want to avoid sharing your goals with, you'll want to do an inventory of your circle of influence and see, do I have those people in my life and do I want to share my goals with them? So that's how I'll be using this today. So first of all, I want you to get paper and pen. Okay? So if you have a paper and pen, this is what I want you to write down. You're going to have two columns. One column is for your supporters, and the other column is for your sabotagers. When you look at your goal, you could call them, one column is for your drivers, people who are going to help drive your goal. The other column is for the people who are going to help derail your goal. Okay? So one column, sabotagers or derailers, or supporters or drivers. Okay? I want to attack first the people who you do not want to share your goals with. And those are your sabotagers. So think of all the people in your circle, and at some point, maybe write down everybody in your life who have influence over you. Okay? And then think of what category do they fall into. So the first area is the pity party participants. So who are these people? The pity party participants. They are people, when you share your goal with them, you get into a challenge or obstacle and you come to them for help. Instead of them helping you, it turns into a pity party. So they too start complaining about themselves and they end up sympathizing with you and start telling you their own sad story of why they're not succeeding in life. And pretty soon you're both sitting there sulking and you're having a pity party. An example may be you may be looking for a job and you'll go to your friend and say, I've been on 10 interviews. Nobody wants to hire me. I don't know what the problem is. I can't interview well. Nobody thinks I have the skills, or they're jealous of me and I don't know what's going on, or they're not hiring me because of this reason or that reason. And I'll never find a job. And what that person ends up doing, instead of helping you tune in on your skills or helping you with interviewing skills or elevating and praising you for the knowledge that she knows you have, it turns into a pity party. And then they start saying, yes, neither do I. Nobody wants to hire me either. Or they'll pick out something that you say that's similar to their situation and start complaining about themselves. And pretty soon you're both having this pity party, feeling sorry for yourself. You're deflated and you're not working on your goals, or you give up on your goals. Avoid those types of people. Avoid the pity party participants. I always say, I am not a good host of pity parties, so don't invite me to one. I'm not going to cheer you on, and I'm not going to throw one for you. So avoid those people. The second type of people you want to avoid are your freebie supporters. So these are the people who will just want to be in your circle to see what's in it for them. What can I get out of it? They'll support you as long as there's something in it for them. Maybe it's a product that you're selling and they don't want to pay for it. So they're going to support you to get it for free. Those types of people, they have the wrong intention. If you ask them to pay for it, they don't want to pay for it. They're not true friends when they don't want to invest in your business. So therefore, avoid those types of people. Okay? Free supporters. They're self-serving. They just want what's in it for them. The next type of person that you want to avoid. And as I say these types of people, think, who in my circle, fits that category? And write their name down. Who is your pity party participant? Who is your freebie supporter? Write their name next to it, and you'll want to avoid them. The next type of person that you don't want to share your goal with are your goal blockers, your growth blockers, rather. The growth blockers are people who just don't want you to grow. They're just negative in their thoughts. They're just negative in their beliefs because they themselves are not growing. And they have this fixed mindset. So if they're not growing and they're trying to prevent you from accomplishing your goal, then they're gonna not be cheerleaders for you. Okay, so they're the growth blockers. They can prevent you from reaching your full potential and from achieving your goals because they don't want you to grow. They don't want you to outgrow them. Then the other person that you want to avoid is your limited believers. Do you have any of those in your life? Those are people, they have that fixed mindset. They don't believe in your dream. They don't believe that you're ever going to attain that dream. They're breathing that negative energy with words and with their thoughts and with their beliefs. They add stress to your life and they wish that you fail. They're limited believers because they don't believe in themselves. They won't believe in your dream. And so whenever you bring up an idea to them, they shoot it down. They shoot it down. Do you have any of those in your life? So go ahead and write their name next to them. Those are people that you probably don't want to share your goal with. Then the other ones that you do not want to share your goal with are the comfort zoners. So the comfort zoners, they're people that are very comfortable with their life. They have no ambition to grow. And They are friends that are afraid really of losing you because they don't want you to outgrow them. Okay? A little bit similar to the growth blockers, but these comfort zoners, they're set in their situation. If they don't want to grow, and guess what? You start growing, you start developing, you outgrow them, then they're risking losing a friend. And so therefore they're gonna derail you from your goals by not supporting you, by not encouraging you, and giving you reasons why you should not even work on that goal. So, again, think who in my life fits that category and write their name down. Okay? Then there is the way back when preachers. So the way back when preachers, this one is kind of funny, but these are people, they've been in your life for a long time. They were your ride and die when you were maybe in college or high school, and even as you enter your career. They're the ones, they used to do silly stuff with you. Okay, maybe y'all used to party a lot, or y'all used to enjoy just silly things that wasn't productive. And now you've shifted and you're growing. And when you start sharing your goals with them and your growth with them, the things that you hear them say are, well, remember when we used to party so much and we used to have so much fun? And they'll try to take you down memory lane and say, girl, let's do this again. Or let's go here and do so. Because they're trying to get you to remember the fun and the joy and the laughter that you had with them, so that you could then be distracted and want to go back to that type of life, but you've outgrown it. And so therefore those way back when preachers, they're not going to support your goal, and so therefore again, they may not be the best person to share your goals with. So the other person that you want to avoid sharing your goals with are people who are just mess makers. We all have a little bit of them in our lives, right? Don't put them in your intimate circle. Their primary goal is just to see you fail. That's what mess makers do. They will take your business and they will spread it to your frenemies. They'll intentionally sabotage you. They'll gossip about your plans to others, and they'll just not want you to succeed. Any goal that you have, if they're aware of it, if they hear about it, they're the type of person in your circle that will secretly try to mess it up. Okay, whether it's because of jealousy, whether it's because of they just like creating havoc and mess. And so therefore, think of, do I have those types of people in my life? And then avoid them. Then the final person that you want to avoid are people who are just nosy. Okay, they don't have an interest in your goal. They'll call you, find out what's going on in your life. They'll ask you all these questions, and you'll share and divulge things to them. And by the time the conversation ends, they say, okay, bye. You know nothing about them. You know nothing about what's going on in their lives. They're just calling you to be nosy. You don't want to share your goals with them because, one, they have no value to add. They're not going to support you. They're just there to listen, get information, and perhaps go and share it with someone else. And they do it so innocently. Even when they share that information, they do it as if it's not intended to gossip, but they have that information with you, and they've added no value, no support, nor encouragement to your goal. Avoid those types of people. So those are the people that you don't want to share your goals with. So now, who do you want to share your goals with? That's the important thing. When I talk about accountability partner, okay? We want to find friends who will inspire our goals. We want to have supporters, okay, not sabotagers. We want to have drivers in our seat, not derailers. And so when I think of the people who you want in your circle, just remember, I always think about Proverbs 27:17. As iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. So the people that you want to share your goals with, your supporters, definitely number one is motivators. So again, look at your circle. Who do you have that's your cheerleader? That's your motivator. That's the type of person that you want to have as an accountability partner as well to share your goals with. These are people who are going to encourage you to move forward. They're going to cheer you on. They're going to be honest with you as well. Then think of people as resource providers. There's the second person that you want to share your goal with. Your resource providers, basically, they are people who have been down that road. They've accomplished your goal that you're working on, or they have a goal that's similar that they've already conquered. Share your information with them because they can help you develop like a start to finish plan specifically related to your goal because they've been there, they've done that. Also, people who can provide necessary tools to achieving your goal, those are also resource providers. Then people who can help you do the work to achieve your goal. Okay, they can give you that roadmap. They're resource providers. You also want to share your goal with them. You want to share your goal with people who can manage the task that you may have to do because they may have a resource, whether it's a tech skill, whether it's a proof editing skill, whether it's a workout plan that you need help with. They're a resource to you. Those are people that you want to share your goals with. Then the third type of person you want to share your goal with is a confidant. And confidants are people who really know you inside and out and where you can be your real you. Okay? Where you can share your strengths as well as your challenges, and you know they're going to give you honest feedback. Who in your circle do you have that's a confidant? Write their name down because that's one person that you can share your goal with and who will help hold you accountable. Then, of course, everything I've been talking about and will continue to talk about for the month of February is an accountability partner. An accountability partner is two people, one within the field of your goal and one you can rely on to hold you accountable. Okay? So when I say accountability partner, I say, yes, think of two people. One who's kind of working on similar goals as you, and then one, they may not be in the same goal that you're working on or the same industry or the same pathway that you go in, but you trust them and they'll give you honest feedback. So you want to make sure you share your goals with them. So that's two types of accountability partner. Another person you want to share your goal with is prayer partners. You want to know that you're being lifted up in prayer, that people are going to whisper your name to God on your behalf. They're going to intercede when you're facing challenges. So make sure you have some prayer partners to share your goal with. And then finally, purpose reminders. So purpose reminders are people who need you to accomplish your goal. What does that mean? People who need me to accomplish my goal? Because we were all created for a purpose. And these people can benefit from you accomplishing your goal. Okay? Whether, say, for example, you're writing a book on whatever topic, how to eat healthy. This person know that you have the knowledge because you've been eating healthy. You're at your weight goal. You've learned about nutrition and how that all affects the body. And so they're waiting for you to put that information into a manual, into a book, into a workbook, into a step-by-step guide for them. And so go into that person and they help keep you accountable. They would be a great person to share your goal with because they'll be cheering you on because they know there's a benefit in that for them. So to answer the question, whom you should share your goal with, I've given you that list. Also, who you should not share your goal with. Okay? And focus on these two categories, your supporters as well as your sabotagers. And make sure that you're able to eliminate the people who are not going to serve you and keep and surround yourself with the people who are going to support you. So that's all that I have for you for today. Answering the question, whom should I share my goals with? On today's episode of Ask Me Anything. Until next time, this is June here. If you have any question, feel free to comment, reach out, and I'll be happy to answer it in my next episode of Ask Me Anything. Take care. Happy Friday. Bye bye.